Welcome back to 5 Minute Road Trips. It's autumn, I'm in Cornwall, and I'm on my way to the coast to track down the UK's largest pinniped. Cornwall, the land of pasties, lunch-stealing herring gulls, and dramatic coastlines. This popular holiday destination is one of the best places in the UK to spot marine mammals. Out at sea, energetic common dolphins are often spotted amongst the waves, approaching boats to bow ride and even forming superpods, huge groups made up of thousands of individuals. They feed mainly on fish and will work together to herd their prey into a ball, which circling gannets, Europe's largest seabird, will take advantage of as they plummet from heights of 30 metres, reaching speeds of 60 miles an hour. But closer to shore, you'll find another marine mammal, one that regularly appears amongst the surfers and whose Latin name, Halichoerus grypus, means the hooked-nosed sea pig, the grey seal. Here in the UK, we have two species of seal. We have the grey and the common or harbour seal. The grey seals are the larger, with males weighing in at up to 300 kilos. And with that long, sloping Roman nose, I think the greys look rather dog-like compared to the more rounded, cat-like face of the common seal. The nostrils are also a good way of telling the two apart. A grey's will be parallel, whereas the common seals will be a V-shape. Now, for over 3 years, I studied the haul-out dynamics of grey seals around the Cornish coast, and I'm currently on my way to my old stomping ground to see if I can spot any of this year's pups. Taking in the breathtaking views of Cornwall's rugged north coast, it didn't take me long to spot a pair of grey seals playing in the shallows. And as I reached my favourite lookout point, a female grey was taking a snooze, with just her head poking out of the water to breathe. And this behaviour is known as bottling. Here in Cornwall, female grey seals will come ashore between September and December, finding a hidden cove, a secret beach or a sea cave to give birth to a single pup. And when the pups are born, they're covered in white fluffy fur known as lanugo. And just below me at the base of this cliff, there's a secret beach and there's 3 seal pups. One of the pups is tucked right at the top end, having a snooze, and it looks like mum's not too far away. She's just laying down there on the beach. There's a big balloon-sized seal pup, still with that white coat, just rolling around and having a great time at the top of the beach. And the third pup is just attempting to suckle from its mum. God, it's fluffy! Now, during the autumn, a seal pup will suckle for about 3 weeks, drinking 2.5 litres of milk every day, and during that first 2-week period, they'll put on 30 kilos. And after this 3 weeks, they're fully weaned and left to fend for themselves. And during this time, mum is already thinking of the next generation, as she will mate with a dominant male known as the beachmaster, ready for the next year. But like we spoke about with the roe deer in episode 2, grey seals also have a delayed implantation, so the fetus won't actually start developing for another 3.5 months. So the next pup will be born at roughly the same time in roughly the same place the following year. It won't be long before this little bundle of blubber and fur is left to go it alone. And during this post-weaning dispersal stage, grey seal pups have been known to travel over 1,000 kilometres as they begin to explore the open ocean. Okay, Bill, wrap it up, mate. Starting to look a little bit damp out there. If you're lucky enough to spot a grey seal hauled out whilst you're out walking the coast path, no matter what the weather's doing, remember that the seal is hauled out for a reason. Now, this could be to rest, digest its food, to molt, or, as we've seen today, check on its pup. So it's really important that we remember to give seals space and that we don't disturb them. So whilst you're watching them, keep your voice right down, keep a low profile, and use a pair of binoculars or a scope. A big thank you to Tom Campbell once again for all of his amazing camera work on this episode, and a shout out to the National Trust and Richard Hollis and Brandon Chapman from Garden on the Moors for all of their help too. Right, it's almost time to dig those thermals out and get the car ready to head north, which means I can have a cheeky breakfast at T-Base Services. Happy days. Next time on 5 Minute Road Trips. What a stunner.